Okay, so we're just north of the long embankment that we came through, and we're looking here towards the south. You can see again, grade is very pronounced. We're in kind of a cutting area here, so you can see a bit of a cut to the north and a bit of a steep embankment to the south. And so what's happened here is we've arrived at a what used to be a trestle crossing, or potentially an embankment. Might have been washed out at some point. We're not sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way through the valley and up to the other side and see if we can find any traces of a trestle or anything that was like that, and kind of try to get a little bit of a sense of what was kind of going on here. All right, so we've made our way over to the north side of the grade, or at least close to it. You can see this valley down below here. There is a small little stream, a small little creek that flows through here. I don't really see any traces of any type of bridge, so what may have happened here is there may have been an embankment here with a culvert at the bottom, and it may have been washed out by flooding from this creek. Not quite sure. The south side of this, what I think was an embankment, is just over there. And so if we make our way over here, we'll get back up onto the grade proper. And so here we are back up on the grade. We are about 810 feet, and the creek valley was about 780, so we're about 30 feet up from where that creek was. And so again, we're just going to keep pushing north and see how far this takes us. So we're literally meters north of our last spot. You can just see it right at the end of the trees over there. And what we've arrived at is yet another problematic spot here. And so you can see the beaver has built a dam, and this whole section here once again has been completely eroded away. And so we're going to have to find our way kind of down and around and try to circumvent this little obstacle here. You can see the grade just over there on the other side through the trees. So I don't know, probably about 50 feet away. Okay, so we're just north of where the embankments were, the washouts were, and the beaver dam, and you can still see part of it here. We actually have a creek that's kind of flowing through part of the grade here. And so as we take a look here, we're kind of moving in that westerly direction. So as you pan back here to the west, I actually remember this section from when I was here back in the late 90s. We have a section where all the ties are still in place. And so you can see them here. So again, this section was constructed back in 1902. Sorry, opened in 1902. Construction started in 1899. So I don't know if these are the original ties or if these were ties that were placed or replaced at some point. But it's kind of a really neat thing to see them all kind of lined up here in a row. You can see this section here is actually getting into a little bit of a cutting. So really, really neat to see these types of things still in place. We actually have some vertically standing wood here. And the ties continue on here into this cutting. So you can see again them all lined up here. And so we're going to just keep trying to push north and again see how far we can get. All right, so this is going to be our last little video segment. We're kind of almost at the end of our hike for today. And so you can see the grade stretching back kind of to the southeast in front of me here. And as we turn this way, we're going to continue following the grade for a little bit here. You can see we're kind of up on another elevated embankment. Not particularly high on the east side, but certainly on the western side. Probably a good 20-25 feet. Again, so you can see this is an area that hasn't really seen a lot of human traffic in a long time. There is kind of a little bit of a footpath here, so somebody has come down here. But for the most part, in fairly pristine condition. Okay, and so the grade continues this way for probably another mile or mile and a half before reaching Kakabeka, and that would have been the next station after Stanley. So this brings us to the end of our little exploration for today, and hopefully you've enjoyed it.